Hi guys, welcome to Olivia's Catastrophe. I'm Olivia and today we are going to do the March book haul. As usual, I've got some epic books this month, some I'm really excited to read and I'm going to be showing them to you. So let's just get right on started. Today I'm going to begin with some swag. Get all of this swag. I don't know how, but I won a giveaway from Crossroad Reviews. I'll leave a link to her blog and her channel below. I don't remember actually winning the giveaway. I don't remember giving my address, but maybe because I've won something from them before, they already knew everything and they just sent this in the mail. So one day I got this lovely little package with, this is a cover artist's information, as well as a little card by them, and a sticker for Remembrance by Michelle Maddow, who is an author who writes young adult books. She has written, as this bookmark shows, the Diamond Sisters series, so I got that bookmark as well. I love bookmarks, so that's great. I got Tangled Souls by Jana Oliver as a, I don't know what this is, but I'm using it as a bookmark. And I also got the one of Briar Rose, and because it had her contact information on the back, this looked so good, and it's got the blurb on the back, so I read that and I loved it. I went and sent an email to Jana Oliver, so I'll be getting her book for review soon, and that will be in the next haul, hopefully. And then I got plenty of cards. One of them is Crossroads Reviews cards, and then the rest are to authors, and I also emailed those authors, and maybe I'll have some review copies of those books as well soon, because they all look so good and I wanted to try them out. So that is some of the swag that I received this month. Let's ship it over to giveaway wins. So this month I got a bit lucky with giveaways. I've never won a giveaway on Instagram before, and then this month I won 2 giveaways, which was different, but it was nice. One of them was Houghton Mifflin's giveaway, and they're a publishing company, so I won an ARC version of Into the Dim by Jeanette B. Taylor. The thing is that I actually had this one in e-copy for review, but I much prefer reading a paperback copy, so I'm glad that I won this one. This one follows a character called Hope, who is adopted. She has a phobia, she has to be homeschooled. That's not making her adopted family love her very much. She's a bit of a handful. But the thing is, her real mother dies, and then she's being shipped off to Scotland to live with this aunt that she doesn't really know, and there she discovers that her mum is part of a secret group of time travellers, and she's not actually dead. Doesn't that sound interesting? Because that just sounds super interesting to me. I love time travel because I am a super hardcore Whovian. So I'm very much looking to the time travel aspect of this one, and as well as just sending me the book, they sent me some swag. So I've got this Into the Dim magnetic bookmark, and again these odd shaped bookmarkish kind of things. I don't understand them, but I'm using them as bookmarks. They got me some Into the Dim fake tattoos. I don't actually wear fake tattoos, so I'll be including them as a giveaway kind of prize thing, or just throw them into a random giveaway win that somebody from me will get in the future. Penguin copy, Penguin, you know, the publisher, copy of Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll from New Leaf Writer's blog. I actually have read this one, but this was just such a beautiful copy, and I didn't own my own copy of this one, so I had to enter. And the pages are deckled, which is super cute, and it looks absolutely beautiful. I read Alice in Wonderland and I wasn't a big fan of it. I gave it 3 stars, but I'm hoping to reread it and maybe fall in love with it some more, which I really hope to do. And as well as this, in her giveaway, I also won this lovely necklace that comes from Authored Adornments Society 6/Etsy shop. I'm not sure which one, but I'll leave a link to New Leaf Writer's Instagram below, and this shop where you can get this, with a link specifically to this one as well. It's a necklace from Alice with an Alice in Wonderland quote on it that says, I believe it says, why sometimes I've believed as many as 6 impossible things before breakfast. It's so gorgeous. I absolutely love it, and if the camera's not focusing, I'll just throw in a picture right about now. What this one looks like as well. It's super cute, and just thank you so much for these giveaway wins because I love them all. And let's move on to review copies that I was sent this month. I was sent a copy of My Sweet Vidalia by Deborah Mantella. I actually saw my friend on Fiction Zeal, Diane at Fiction Zeal. I'll leave a link to her blog and also her review of this book below. She read this one, she loved this one, and it just made me want to read this one so badly. I can't remember if I asked the author for it or if the author asked me, but I really wanted this one and they sent a lovely, you know, review copy for me to read. I'll be reading this one hopefully this month, and if not this month, in April. I've actually already read 3 books this month. I'm on a roll, people, and I'm going to continue rolling with the books. I'm so weird. Anyway, I'll be reviewing it on YouTube and on my blog, so keep a lookout for this one coming your way. And the second book I received is Tesserae by Matthias B. Fries. I've actually got one other book for review from this author, and this one is a memoir of 2 summers, and it's dealing with the question of what is it like to remember? What does it mean to remember stuff? And it's not supposed to be a memoir of grief, but instead a psychologist trying to look at the feelings that we all have and to understand them and where they come from and why they're like that. So it actually sounds really interesting because it is a fiction novel, but it's trying to, you know, decipher feelings, and I've seen a lot of good reviews for this one, so I'm actually pretty excited to get started reading this book. Yeah. The last 4 books I have to show you are all books that I bought. The first 2 are hardcover copies of Siege and Storm, as well as Rune and Rising by Leah Berdago. I don't know if you know, but in my October book haul last year, I'll link it even though it's horrendous, I got Shadow and Bone. I didn't read it until last month when I buddy read it with Jill Your Life from Instagram, and I'll leave a link to her Bookstagram account below. There's just going to be a bunch of links below. Just enjoy swimming through that sea of links to find the one that you actually want. Even though I'm going to be naming them all, it's just going to be so many. Anyway, so I was reading this one, I read Shadow and Bone with Jill, we absolutely loved it, and we both, the same day, went and ordered copies of the next books. I'm actually pretty broke at the moment, I'm not supposed to be buying books, so I was actually happy when I went through my email and found out that I had a $30 Amazon gift card that I'd totally forgotten I'd won ages ago from, guess where? Crossroad Reviews. So I actually ordered these 2, and I meant to order the paperback copies. I accidentally ordered the hardcover copies. Who's gonna complain? Not me. Because actually, even though I'm a paperback lover, I'm basically a paperback lover just because they are cheaper. And yeah, hardcover copies can be so beautiful sometimes and great for pictures for Bookstagram. So I'm not going to tell you what these ones are about because I haven't read the synopsis, because I think synopses of sequels are like spoilers. So I actually haven't read them, but if you must know, Shadow and Bone follows this girl who finds out she has powers that she didn't know about, and basically she can change the world that she lives in. There's a section which is just ruins, and it's like the shadow plane, I think it's called, and she has the power of sunlight which can save that. But of course there's other people out there who want to misuse her power, and the villain in this book is so amazing, you guys. I want to marry the villain. Other 2 books that I bought, the last 2 books I have to show you, both share the same name, but they have different spelling, and that's The Alchemist by Nicholas Flannel and The Alchemist by Paul Coelho, I think. So they're both called The Alchemist. Why did I buy these 2 books? Well, the funny thing is that I run this Goodreads book club called Owlsby Reading. You should definitely go and join. We read a book every month and it's so much fun. And I've started a thread in there like suggested reads, what do you think we should read as a group? And they all, like a lot of them, wanted to read The Alchemist. But the funny thing is that some people said The Alchemist and they spelt it like this, and some people said The Alchemist and they spelt it like this, and none of the people that wanted to read this book gave me the author. So I just had 2 versions of The Alchemist and I didn't know which one they wanted to read. What did I use that as an excuse as? To buy more books. So I just bought both copies of The Alchemist, and actually they both sound like good books. The Alchemist by The Alchemist by Nicholas Flannel is a historical fiction book, but of course you can tell it's all about alchemy, and that's all I know about it, but that sounds so cool, and just look at this cover. And then The Alchemist by Paul Coelho, still not sure if I'm saying that right, is actually a novel that is a bestseller. I've already read the foreword where he talks about how he became famous and how he was like, oh, funny, there's just people reading my book and mentioning it in newspapers, and how did I get here? And it's so interesting because it's actually supposed to be, what I gathered from the foreword, a kind of like moral story that has a very deep message to it. I'm not sure much else about it, but I'm really looking forward to this one, seeing the moral message and seeing why it's all the rage and a bestseller. And I'll be reading both of them eventually with this book club, because I bought these books for my book club. So yeah, even though this one was already on my to be read, I hadn't heard of this one before. So, all the books that I have to show you for March. I did a lot of book buying, and the funny thing is, even though I'm broke and not supposed to be getting books, there's books in the mail that are coming to me, although they are mostly review copies. Of course, you'll get to see those all in April. Until then, I'll be seeing you next week with another video. I hope you enjoyed this book haul. Please tell me in the comment section below, what new books have you bought recently? What's the latest book you bought? What's like, comment, subscribe. If you enjoyed this one, it'll be a big help to me, and I'll be seeing you next week. Goodbye! Like, look from a psychologist to like to understand from a, to a